I can scarce believe my eyes. Queen Rosalind, these are our friends from the swamp, the ones who helped us escape.
You!
You couldn't know them, my queen. Perhaps you saw their kinsmen in a painting, so they only seem familiar.
I saw you in the Mournweald, when you spoke to the golden-haired child. Was it only a dream, or were you really there?
You saw me, Your Majesty, but I didn't see you. Were you watching from afar?
I had no sense of my own place. I seemed to be watching from above. But I heard the child's words as if I was standing at your side. I've met the child before, but only in dreams. 3 nights ago, I saw him again. The child said that Jane and her army were near. That's why I told Lord Devonsey to collapse the front gate.
You said that you met the child more than once?
The first time was the night my father was killed, and we fled his court in Glayson.
It was Her Majesty's dream that led us safely here. She kept her calm. So young, but very much a queen.
Every time Jane comes close to catching us, the child warns me and we escape. It's happened twice more since Glayson.
Did the child say anything more?
Only that help was coming. 3 days after the siege began.
Jane was clever this time. She traveled only by night, and she kept her army small and silent. We would never have been ready if the Queen hadn't warned us.
Your Majesty, I was sent here to find you. The Legion seeks an alliance with the royal court.
An alliance? I'm not sure the Queen is ready to take such a radical step.
Am I not? My father refused to reconcile with the Legion. He kept his pride and lost himself a kingdom. If not for these Legionnaires, you would still be trapped in the swamp, and I would be at Jane Cassinda's mercy. For that alone, I trust them.
This is not a matter of trust, Your Majesty, but of appearances. The Legion murdered your grandfather.
The Legion murdered no one. You were a Legionnaire yourself. You should know.
Are you so sure you know the truth? Were you there? Were you privy to the Grand Master's council, as I was?
I'll hear no more talk of my grandfather's murder. Whatever the truth may be, these Legionnaires are our guests, and our friends.
The signal? So soon? Jane moved faster than we thought. We're not ready to repel her.
Jane and her army found a way into the mines?
2 ways, actually. We collapsed the main entrance, but we didn't have time to seal the others. She's attacking all the breaches at once. Must be driving her people hard.
Give us your leave, and we'll help you defend this place.
A poor queen I should be if I refused the help of a friend. Lord Devonsey can tell you where you're needed most.
Jane's soldiers are pushing their way into the mining tunnels above and below us. I'd thought to collapse those tunnels more quickly, but my people are too few. We need to drive back the enemy soldiers, set black powder charges at each of the mining tunnels, and get out of the way before they collapse.
When the tunnels are sealed, is there any other way for Jane to get inside?
Only one. A half-finished tunnel at the base of the deep well. I'd hoped to seal all the entrances but that one. Force her to attack us there. But the present circumstances may work in our favor. The lower entrance won't seem so much like an obvious trap. Assuming, of course, that we can stop her forces in the mining tunnels.
How many of your soldiers are left?
Just the few you saw in the swamp. Page boys and destitute lords, most of them.
No time to waste then. I'll head for the mining tunnels.
Roderick is my officer in charge. He's probably on his way to the tunnels.
And thank you. It means a great deal to have the Legion at my side.
I see that everyone's been introduced. Please, Legionnaire, come speak to me when you have a moment. Welcome to our home. Not the most lavish of courts, I'll admit, but it's not without a certain homely charm. Still, what little we do have is at risk. You know this all too well, I'm sure. The battle for this mountain will determine the Queen's future, but also at issue are the riches of the past. Dwarven treasures that must be preserved.
The floating stones I've seen. You're trying to protect things like that?
Levitating stones are but a trifle. Humble reminders of Glitterdelv's geomantic dependency. Floating stones, flowing water, even the giant fans. All would be impossible if not for the stone stream.
Those floating platforms are amazing. How do they work?
The very rock of the platforms is infused with geomantic energy, which the stone stream replenishes constantly. Were the stone stream to stop functioning, the platforms might follow suit weeks or days later, but no sooner.
I've seen the stone stream and the swirling rocks, but what is it exactly?
Why, it's the Dwarven Geomage's crowning achievement. A stream of magic that flows through all of Glitterdelve. A perfect melding of magic, stone, and life. The very essence of geomancy. The lifeblood of the mines, you could say. I haven't the time to describe every particular. Suffice it to say that life in Glitterdelve would be impossible without it.
But can the stone stream help us in battle?
Perhaps. Its effect is pervasive. We might be able to manipulate it to our advantage. Still, that would be a drastic course of action. For the time being, we must protect what we can.
What exactly are you trying to protect?
Geomantic artifacts are scattered throughout these mines. Tomes, devices, enchantments. And Paynite. One of the rarest gems in all of Ebb. Key to the greatest accomplishments of geomancy.
Why is Paynite so valuable?
Geomancers often used the term facilitator to describe substances that amplify the reach and flow of magic. Among their scholars, no facilitator was accorded higher value than Paynite.
You want me to find some Paynite, I assume?
Yes, you have a lodestar already, so you'll know how to use this. It's a lodestar that reacts to the presence of Paynite. A dozen samples will be sufficient. I will greatly appreciate it if you bring them to me.
What do dwarven riches matter when the mountain is under siege?
I speak of geomancy. Lord Devonsey risked the lives of his men to save me, for I have the power to move Earth. My knowledge must be shared. Imagine what even a dozen men such as myself could do to shape a battlefield. If the Dwarven Geomages yet lived, against all their power and knowledge, Jane would have no hope of entering these mines.
No other royalists know the art?
Students need teachers, and I'm too busy studying the craft to teach it. Every day I learn something new, but I'm years away from being a capable instructor.
You mean to use geomancy to fight Jane?
For now, yes. We are at war, and I will stand by my queen unto my dying breath. Someday, perhaps, such magic shall be harnessed to create wonders for all of humanity. But we live in a time when such thoughts are little more than idle folly.
Jane is still breaching tunnels. Can geomancy help us right now?
Of course. I still have a role to play in all this, when the time is right. Still, demanding as present needs are, we mustn't neglect the contribution of geomancy to a royalist future. The knowledge must be protected.
I'd better head to the mining tunnels.
May the battle go well. Every second that Jane is held back could make the difference.
You're the ones that helped Lord Devonsey get out of the swamp. The General swears by your prowess in battle. I've been instructed to sell you supplies at a steep discount. At a loss, to be honest. We'd give them away, but resources are scarce. Is there any chance you'll be going to the southern mines, perhaps? There's something very important you could accomplish there.
Tell us what you need. If it's as important as you say, we'll find the time.
Something valuable was left behind. A weapon of advanced make. Jane may have numbers, but she can't match the ingenuity of our weaponsmiths. The weapon is a rifle that can fire several shots before reloading. With it, a single soldier is more valuable than 10. The design hasn't been perfected yet, but we're close. When we fled from the Azanites, the rifle was left behind in a crystal cavern in the mines. We must recover it before Jane's men find it.
Where in the cavern is it exactly?
I don't know. It was hectic. We had to fall back immediately. I was in the middle of testing the weapon. I think I dropped it near a group of crystals, but that's all I can remember. I'm sorry.
We'll try to bring the rifle back to you.
Be careful. Those mines are probably swarming with Azanites now.
I suppose it would have been too much to hope that we might beat the Azanites here. Oh well, to work then.
Devonsey sent you to assist. That's welcome news. My men are stretched too thin. We haven't the manpower to contain all the breaches. These tunnels are already overrun.
I don't see your soldiers here. Where are the rest of them?
I posted cohorts at several choke points. I don't know how they fare. Most of my men are near the tunnel exit, but there are far too many Azanites. We can't hold them back.
You've seen what we're up against. What's our next move?
Collapse those tunnels straight away. We've got a breach at the ventilation shaft to the east. We brought black powder as quickly as we could to the opening, but we're still a few satchels short of what we need. You can find satchels in the mining tunnels. Grab them, make your way to the breach, and help us collapse it.
If these tunnels are overrun, I'll need to know more about the breach.
The ventilation shaft does lead to the outside, but it was made for the gases flowing through Glitterdelve, not us. Be careful over there. It's full of explosive vapors from deep inside the mine. Lots of spark fires, so watch your step.
No time to waste. I'll head for the breach now.
Very good. I'll head to the western tunnels to see how our men fare there. Good luck.
right! Hold them back!
We appear to be short a platform, yes? Perhaps we can find one of those crystals somewhere. Got one! That is quite a lot of crystals. Well, we'd best start bashing. Whatever doesn't shatter is
Look! Over there! Ready the cannons!
Cannon fire. Keep your heads down and those bastards may just do our job for us. Spiders. Of course, if it's not one thing, it's another. And that takes care of it. This rifle had best be worth it. Let us be gone before these louts improve their aim.
Don't let them through! For the Queen!
explosives into that minecart, perhaps? Quickly! Get clear before the fuse burns down. Nothing quite so romantic as a nice roaring inferno, yes?